So,
Feel
again,
spaced.
we are spaced out.
A little bit. It's very
Oh,
early.
yeah. We had to rearrange everything in here to
Slightly
do it.
revised set.
Yeah,
so
we can
fancy.
see our new toys back here.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll stand up new things from time to time back there
Maybe.
when memory serves. Today's topic is Neuralink the end of HiFi?
Yeah.
As in what? We can listen to music directly to our brain?
Yeah, beam it right into your brain.
That'd be cool.
A few people asked about that, and that is something I kind of wanted to talk about.
Does it
But
require a cable?
Well, yeah.
well,
Well, they are
presumably
talking
in the
wireless
early-
eventually.
Oh,
It'll go
yeah.
wireless.
Wireless?
Initially wired.
How the hell is that
Bluetooth
gonna happen?
Neuralink.
You gonna microwave it in your head?
You get probably a lot of bandwidth. Yeah.
It'll be
Yeah.
some fancy space Wi-Fi.
Light?
Maybe.
Laser?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what Barkley
You have
did the
to
one
sit there
time.
still. What?
You know, when he got really smart,
Yeah?
he had that. He had to make that thing in the holodeck
Yeah.
with all the lasers to his brain.
Was it lasers?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it was like green lasers.
Yeah.
So
It's
it's
like
like
that.
it's kind of the same
Did he have
thing.
fiber going in his head or was it just in the air?
No, it was just lasers.
Oh.
He had to like develop a whole thing because to interface with the ship directly.
Oh, right.
Same kind of thing.
Yeah, that's true.
He essentially became
I'm
the
surprised
ship.
they were never able to copy that and use it again.
Oh yeah, right.
When they hook up the data, it's like a fiber network. Or
Same
something
thing.
like
It's just like the data thing they plug into his brain.
that. Yeah, yeah.
That's what it is now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say you have that. Are you still going to want headphones or two-channel system? Home theater setup. Is that still going to be interesting? Is there value in that?
I'm assuming your ears work. Yeah. I'd say
Yeah, but
so.
is it better? Will people prefer it? Do you think people are actually
I
going
don't
to do
know.
it?
Well, you'd have to get the procedure first of all.
Right. So that is the thing.
That's a barrier to entry.
I think it's going to be a bit before humans are just born intrinsically with this built in.
Yeah.
We're working on that one.
Quite a while.
Yeah, a few years away.
Yeah. Not in our lifetime.
So how many people are going to see enough value in this to actually do the surgery, to modify themselves, to be able to get away with this
Specifically
thing?
for audio only.
Well,
Yeah,
presumably
probably.
there's other benefits, but yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, the way it's looking, it's like they got to tap in all these different parts of your brain to do
Yeah.
Right now it's a little complicated.
it. You know? So
It's
like,
invasive.
probably at the beginning it'd be like everything's going to be an option at some point, right? Do you want music or not?
I don't know
Do you
about
want to
that.
be able to control your arm movements or not? Do you
Well, I think the biggest thing
Do you
is it
want
would
to walk?
depend where you tap into your brain of how it sound like. Would everything sound like it's in your head? Because like nothing will be out here, right? So
No.
Well,
would it be like?
presumably you could DSP it, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
The idea is, well, it's
Fool
magic,
the brain.
whatever.
Well,
Everything's
first of all,
fine.
we're assuming what? This is a digital stream going to your head first. You don't have a DAC in your head. So, like, even if they do feed it, like, what would it be? Analog?
This is theoretically possible.
You would have to mimic whatever the nerve pattern is that comes off the ear, right?
Yeah, that's what will
Yeah.
be done, of course.
So what the hell's that look like?
The whole goal is to make it a perfect transmission,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Bypass your ears.
The main goal isn't audio, of course. Nobody's really focusing on that. It's just to bypass all your external, slow human things
I wonder
so
if
that
they-
you could
Yeah.
input data at a high rate.
Has anyone recorded what comes off the ear? Like, you'd have to, like, really mess somebody up to do that. I
Yeah,
would
that's,
think.
that's probably a problem.
Well, there's already implants you could get for people with significant
true.
hearing loss or deficiencies.
Yeah, I guess they have.
So this
that,
already
they kind of
works.
know how it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm assuming the fidelity isn't stellar from what I've heard. It's
Yeah.
not super high.
I think it's fairly narrow
Yeah,
banded.
you can hear, but
bandwidth. Yeah.
But you got to imagine it is possible to replace your ear mechanically.
Yeah, I guess at some
with-
point.
oh yeah, they're doing the same
Some
thing
sort
with
of
vision
external.
too.
Yeah,
like-
right.
It's like not great vision, but
Not
you can
great.
see.
Yeah.
Better
Yeah.
than not seeing, right?
Cool.
Yeah.
But anyways, the idea is you have a system that we'll say it's perfect, right? You could input anything you want into your brain perfectly because eventually that seems like where things are headed. We're either going to die or we're going to have this, as die is in like the human species, right? Or we're going to have a
those are
way
two
to,
options.
pretty much, if you think 10,000
Hook
years
up
in
or
the
die.
future, I'm saying real far out.
Yeah.
We're either going to have this or we're pretty much going to be dead because there's pretty much going to be a non-zero rate of improvement for
Yeah.
a sustained period of time. That seems incredibly likely.
Yeah. Improvement
Aside
in-
from
in
World War
what?
V or something.
Like bodily
like
function?
destroying everything after 3 and 4.
Yeah.
I'm just saying everything. Be
Yeah.
able to input data directly into your brain or take it out at
Yeah.
a higher rate than you could talk. Because right now your current limitations, say interfacing with a computer, tends to be your hands, your eyes,
Oh, it's slow.
right? And what are you going to do? Talk to the computer?
Yeah.
That's only a little bit better, maybe sometimes. So clearly you could get a better path out of your brain into the computer. This is, I think, pretty readily apparent for most people.
Yeah.
The question is is that something people are going to want to do? Will they see enough value in it to want to do the surgery and replace hi-fi or basically eliminate the need for headphones or a high-end audio system
I don't know.
with this
The
implant?
brain's already a computer.
Well, yeah.
I don't know what kind of data rate you can actually support with it if you were actually going to feed it, figure out a way to feed it.
Well, right now, you got to imagine the data rate coming into it from its existing streams, your eyes, your ears, and whatnot.
Yeah, it's slow.
Well, compared to your other stuff, it's pretty high.
I always thought that at some point we'd use our ears to input data. Kind of like a, you know,
Like
the
a
old
modem?
modems. Yeah, where you put a phone on
seems
it.
like
would
the
go,
past,
it would go
though.
beep, and that was data, right?
Yeah,
It
but
was
you've seen
slow.
that one.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, faster would be directly
I
to your
always thought
brain.
they'd figure it out like first with audio and put it through your ears, but I guess there's no good way to do that because
Humans aren't good at
your
that.
brain can't absorb information like that.
Mm-mm.
Which brings up the question: how's it going to absorb the information out of a computer? I mean, it's like read right to the brain through a connection. Like, I don't know how the hell that would work. You know?
Well, this is something that is
Ever.
happening. It is possible. It's just right now it's real crude.
Yeah, but you're putting in analog information, not data. You're not like you're.
Well, it's not like the Matrix.
Yeah.
They're not just like,
Yeah.
I know Kung Fu now.
Yeah, you're
right.
not putting
That
in
would be
ones and
cool.
Now
zeros.
that would be cool.
Yeah.
That is presumably possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems likely.
That'd be pretty
We're
cool.
pretty far off.
Yeah, I guess
We're a
so.
ways off.
Yeah.
So
Well, it seems like you'd have to reteach the brain how to learn because
Well, of
right
course.
now
Mm.
it's designed to learn through these
Yeah.
slow analog inputs we have as humans.
Right.
So, I don't know. I just don't know how you'd be born into learning from a hardwired connection.
Oh yeah, the same thing. Star Trek again. It's those little guys that went like to talk to each other because
Yeah.
like normal communication was too slow.
Oh,
The
right.
binars.
Yeah.
They communicated in like binary code and stuff.
Yeah.
Really, really fast, high pitched.
I guess.
Same kind of thing. Like they all developed into that
Yeah.
because it was too slow normally.
Yeah.
So then they became like a big network.
Rather quickly.
okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I'm not sure if that would really, in real life, happen to humans.
Well, it took a long time, they
I mean,
said, for them to do
they
it.
were starting from scratch, right?
Well, it took them a long time to be able to do it.
Oh,
And then they had to get those little boxes that buffered it.
yeah.
Yeah.
How long is a long time? I thought it was like one show, one
No, no,
episode.
no, no. Well, yeah, but they did like a brief overview of their species.
Oh, I see.
They're just like, oh, yeah, and over time they developed this way to
I
communicate.
got it. All right.
Same kind of thing.
Oh, got it. Yeah. Well, anyway,
That's possible.
personally, I think, though, no matter how you try to interface to the brain with audio, it never sounds the same as listening to it with your ears.
Well, it won't sound the same, no.
Yeah. In fact, it may not sound like anything. If you input music directly into your brain, technically you're not hearing it.
Well, no. Well, I
So
guess
what would you hear?
it would be kinda
what
like
would your brain think it's hearing?
when you hear your own voice in your head, like that,
yeah,
would it be like that?
maybe.
Because, like, you could think with the voice in your head,
Or any voice in your head for that matter.
but it doesn't sound like
the tonality's not there.
with your ears.
It
the
wouldn't be,
same.
the tone wouldn't be right.
Okay, so how about let's assume we're sufficiently advanced
Bass would suck.
that we would be able to effectively record how you perceive sounds. You input some sort of stimulus, you detect how your brain actually is going to signal this information from your ears, and then you could replay. So any input stimulus you put into this interface would be absolutely perfectly identical in every measurable way to exactly how you would perceive actually hearing that sound. Because we'll just assume steady state. We're far out into the future. Everything's amazing. Nobody's happy. This exists,
yeah.
right? That's possible. Not the midterm where things are kind of frumpy.
I don't know where it would be an improvement.
Would people use it? Would people still prefer this input system over actual headphones or speakers or a speaker home theater experience?
Well, given source materials like vinyl is still very popular and it's not going away, I would have to say people are always going to prefer the analog, whatever that might be. The
You're
old-
really
the
not
old
looking too in
equipment.
depth here. We're talking like thousands of
Yeah.
years
Oh,
potentially into
oh,
the future,
well.
not 10 years.
Yeah, I would imagine we're going to have to go
Like
back to
way
that
out
speed
there.
and convenience situation again.
Yeah, I'm thinking like Blade Runner style stuff. you
Yeah.
know? Like
Yeah,
that
right.
kind.
Right.
Well, I don't know why it's always
not 10 years where it's like it
dystopian.
kind of works,
you know.
but it's new.
Just think how quickly we could get through college and everything. Hell, you could just
Well,
you'd
you
be
really
born
wouldn't
and
go,
just
would
plug
you?
in and
Yeah,
you,
yeah, yeah.
you
wouldn't
would
go.
know everything. You wouldn't be able to freaking walk and talk yet,
Right.
but you'd
Yeah.
know everything. I guess you'd have to spoon feed us till we get older.
Well,
Something
brain.
like that.
learn motor skills.
Well, you couldn't teach an infant, calculus. the hell would it do with it?
Well, your brain wouldn't be developed.
Yeah, I can't even talk.
You probably
well,
wouldn't
then
eat the
again,
weight
maybe you could teach it how to talk right away, but it's still
These are challenges.
Wouldn't
yeah.
be able to walk unless you could teach an infant
That doesn't
how to
really
walk.
answer the question.
Yeah, well, think about that though. If you get to that point where you could actually teach someone how to walk and talk just after they're born, we'd have a lot of little people running around the place.
Well, yeah, the rate of
A lot of
advancement
very intelligent
would
little
be
people.
very, very fast.
Yeah, before they even were like over a foot long, they would already be like
I wonder how that would impact
fully
things.
educated.
Because if you could theoretically infuse information to the brain in a way that's identical to natural learning, how would that impact a kid? Right?
I don't
How would
know.
that affect their
You'd have to-
learning process?
You'd have to go high speed. I guess you'd walk them right through childhood as if they already had a childhood. You know, kind of like we'll go to Star Trek again, where Picard got hit with that satellite that was coming around. You know, and it took him over right on the deck. And in 15 minutes, he lived a lifetime
Oh,
on
yeah,
another
yeah.
planet.
It's
that
like that,
that would
yeah.
be it. Yeah, it was like 15 or 20 minutes. He was out,
Yeah.
and he lived a lifetime on another
Right.
planet with all with everything he knew, like he was there for 50 years or whatever.
Yeah.
That's
That's pretty
what
much
you'd
it.
have to do.
Yeah.
You throw the kid, you turn him into a teenager in like a day.
Yeah, that seems
Just don't
very
look
plausible.
in the mirror. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Rick and Morty covered that too.
That would be a problem though. What happens if you looked in the mirror and you thought you were a teenager and you were like only a foot high, like you were an infant?
You got to wait a little bit.
That's an existential issue.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, you could be like freak out.
Yeah.
But in this realm, would people still want headphones? Would there still be use? Would people still want the feel
Probably
of
not.
the headphones on their ear? Would
If
they
you're
still
talking
need it?
thousands of years, from
Probably
now.
not.
No.
It's kind of like anything. Eventually, like we don't use stuff we did like 500 years ago now, and there's a reason for that. And
So
it would hit a
Neuralink
point-
is the death of hi-fi.
well, not necessarily the current iteration,
Beyond our
but
lifetimes.
maybe eventually. Yeah.
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 But then
It does seem
again,
plausible.
Star Trek's still playing music in the room, so I don't know.
Well, yeah, but they're not in the future. It's just pretend future.
Oh, yeah.
So they don't actually know what
Well,
happened.
that's only hundreds of years.
It's only a couple hundred.
Yeah,
years.
it's not thousands.
Yeah.
Right.
You could see whatever you want to see too.
Right. You can
Everything could be
experience
fake.
anything.
You could
Or
just be
not.
sitting anywhere you want, hearing anything you want with your eyes closed. You know.
Well, it seems like it really messed with you, man.
Yeah.
Well, how do you know we're not doing that right now?
Right.
Well, the cool thing is you wouldn't need drugs either.
Well, yeah.
You could just like take whatever you want. You could turn your brain into whatever you want at any time. Then I think I want to be in Hawaii right now.
That's right.
Bam.
Right.
You
And
could
so
fake your senses into
Right.
smelling the sand and the beach.
Right.
in this world, though, I would say there wouldn't be much use for physical headphones or physical speakers.
No.
Although this is at least a generation off.
Oh.
Best case scenario.
It's
Generation.
probably more
Even
than that.
if
Yeah.
even if it was physically available in 5 years, somehow by some miracle, it's physically available in 5 years, the adoption rate would
Oh,
be
yeah.
incredibly low at first.
Well, the cost probably initially.
Right, cost would be sky high. The adoption rate would be terrible.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's not the death of hi-fi anytime soon, but in hundreds of years, maybe thousands of years, probably.
Could be.
Mhm.
Seems likely.
No way to know.
Nothing
You just
we
got
got
to
to
wait a
worry
few
about.
thousand years. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're gonna be using conventional audio for
Quite some
Oh,
time.
Maybe we'll
wow.
have flying cars by then.
maybe
Maybe.
another 50 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So much for theoretical. In the here and now, though, headphones rule.
Yeah, for a bit. I think we got a few more years.
Yeah. So anyway, I think it's time to wrap this one up because we don't even know what the hell we're talking about. So thanks for watching, everybody, and please like us if you like this video and subscribe so you know what's coming up. Take care.